Welcome to Informatica Cloud 201 On-Demand course. Module 4, Advanced Cloud Mapping Designer, Web Services Transformation. After completing this module, you will be able to understand what web services are, create web services transformation, make a web service request, map the web service response to a target in the mapping. A web service is a software system designed to support interoperable machine-to-machine interaction over a network. A web service integrates applications and uses open standards, such as SOAP, WSDL, and XML. SOAP is the communication protocol for web services. Web Services Description Language, WSDL, is an XML schema that describes the protocols, formats, and signatures of the web service operations. Web service operations include request for information, a request to update data, and request to perform tasks. A web services transformation connects to a web service as a web service client to access, transform, or deliver data. The web service client request and the web service response are SOAP messages. The mapping task processes SOAP messages with document literal encoding. The web service transformation does not support RPC encoded or document encoded WSDL files. The Hypo Store's customer service representatives want to access customer data over a network. The customer service representatives need to view customer and order information by customer ID. You can use a web service transformation to receive a customer ID and pass the ID in a SOAP request to a web service. The web service returns the customer information and the customer orders in a SOAP response message. The web service transformation extracts one row of customer information and multiple rows of orders from the response message for each customer. In Informatica Developer, you can create a mapping that includes a flat file source, the web service transformation, and the target customer and order tables. To use a web services transformation, perform the following steps. Create a web services consumer connection using a WSDL URL and endpoint URL. Define a business service. A business service is a web service with configured operations. Configure the web services transformation in a mapping in the Mapping Designer. An independent investment firm provides innovative private equity solutions to institutional clients worldwide. They have a long and distinguished history of investing in venture, buyout, and mezzanine and distressed markets. This company wanted to provide sales team with single, shared view of client relationships, including contact information, investment history, and recent activity. They also wanted to communicate with clients with one voice through their chosen communication channel, at the same time maintaining data privacy strategy. The company needed to get the sales data for all the clients from Salesforce.com sales management system, while querying across multiple Salesforce.com objects. With the sales information they received from Salesforce.com, they were required to deliver automated scheduling of jobs that integrate over 25,000 rows of data between systems per day. The existing process was highly time-consuming and never had the guarantee of delivering accurate data. Informatica Cloud enabled the company to increase sales effectiveness and business efficiency by ensuring that sales team deliver cohesive and compelling sales messages for improved client retention. They had increased knowledge sharing and communication across a global organization. Informatica Cloud's web services transformation allowed the organization to introduce up-to-the-minute multi-channel client view. It also provided them with fast, low-risk route to increase sales effectiveness and responsiveness. In this module, we will implement web services transformation. Log into the training org and create a business service. In the data integration page, select New from the navigation pane. To create a new business service, click Components option in New Asset window and click Create. Now in the name field, enter the name as Weather Business Service and click the New button to create a new connection. the New Connection window appears. In the New Connection window, enter the details for the fields of the new connection as shown on the screen. Click OK to save the connection. Click the Select Operation button, and in the Source Operation window, click the Select button. Select the Get Weather operation and click the Select button. Now click OK. To set the request, response, and fault parameters, click the Configure link. View all the parameters of each tab of the Configure Operation window and click OK. Click Save to save the business service. To create a new mapping, in the Data Integration pane, select New from the navigation pane. Click Mappings from the New Asset window, and then select the Mapping option. The mapping canvas appears. In the Mapping Properties, enter the name of the mapping as M Web Services. In the Source Properties pane, enter Source in the Name field. Click Source tab in the Source Properties pane and enter the details as shown on the screen. To add a Web Services transformation, drag and drop the Web Services between Source and Target. The Source transformation gets linked to the Web Service transformation. In the Web Services Properties pane, enter Web Service in the Name field. On the Web Service tab, click Select. And from the Select Business Service window, select Default. From the pop-up window, select Weather Business Service. And from the Operation drop-down, select Get Weather. In the Request Mapping tab, map the incoming fields to the Request field as shown on the screen. In the Response Mapping tab, from the Body checkbox drop-down, select Map All Descendants. In the Output field side, from the Format drop-down, select Denormalized. Now drag and drop one more target onto the canvas. Link Web Service Transformation to the new target. From the appeared Select Output Group window, select Envelope and click OK. Similarly, link Web Service Transformation to the new target 1. From the Select Output Group window, select Fault Group and click OK. In the General tab of New Target Properties pane, enter the name as Success Target. In the Target tab, select the Flat File connection from the Connection drop-down and object type as Single Object. To create a new flat file, click the Select button for Object and click Create New at Runtime Radio button. Name the file as successresponse.csv and click OK. Similarly, name the other target as Fault Target. In the Target tab, select the Flat File connection from the Connection drop-down and object type as Single Object. Click the Select button again for Object and click Create New at Runtime Radio button. Name the file as faultresponse.csv and click OK. Click the Validate icon to validate the mapping. As the mapping is valid, click Save to save the mapping. To run the mapping, click Run. Select the runtime environment and click Run. Now click My Jobs in the navigation pane to see whether the task has run successfully. Here we can see the status as success, with one success row written to the target. This concludes the demo. You are now ready to use Informatica Cloud Mapping Designer's Web Services transformation. In this lab, you will configure the mappings in the Informatica Cloud. Use Web Service Transformation in the mapping. This concludes the Cloud Mapping Designer Web Services Transformation How to Use series. In summary, we understood the web services, created Web Services Transformation in the mapping, and made a web service request. Also, map the web service response to a target.